12 years old, like, I lost my grandfather. And before I lost my grandfather on his deathbed, he told me about him not being my dad and telling me about a whole nother family that I had. I call it the Jerry Springer dynamics.
So it was my father, my mother, and one of my older sisters that molested me growing up. Yeah.
So I decided to become a drug dealer. And that happened 1996.
I went to the streets. That's where I found the identity that I was looking for, because I didn't have to feel the loss of my grandfather. I didn't have to feel the fact that my mom had gave me up when I was 3 months old. And I began using drugs.
I met the father of my oldest child, met the father of my 2 younger ones. Ended up marrying this narcissist, and he introduced me to drugs. Yep.
I had probably some of the best dope in town, and so that made me very popular. So I figured, oh man, I'm doing great. I'm a great guy. I mean, as crazy as that may seem, in that light, at that particular time, that was my thinking.
Like it just continued. Like I ran dope houses, prostituted myself. I used to beat people up for other people. Like, you know, I was like the security. So when I'm in my addiction, I'm just numb. It made me feel like I was in control. Like I had the ability to stop the pain, right?
Towards the end of me using, I was at my lowest when my daughter passed away. She was murdered. To this day, I don't know what happened. Then I ended up homeless. I lived in a tent for about 2 years. To show everyone where I used to live for 2 years in a tent. This is the location. My tent was up against this church over here. Violence, a lot of drug use, people ODing, people dying, people getting stabbed, shootings. There was always shootings here. Yeah. I would just cross the street from the tents and I would come over here and I would take a shower right here.
I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because of the reality of it. I was calling on God and asking God to not let them find. It was 2 ounces of dope. They were in Newport boxes. They was down in the console. And this other officer said, "Did you look in there?" So he pointed at the armrest. And he said, "No, it's over." So I went to jail. I caught a case. It was only when I went to prison, it was there that God showed me the victims that I had.
I didn't have anywhere to go, and I just wanted to be indoors, at least have a little bit of air conditioning and stuff, and even if it was just to walk in and get a meal. So yeah, I walked in and she was sitting at one of the tables by the entrance, and we talked for a little bit, and she asked me if I ever thought of maybe doing something else different with my life. And her saying that to me, it stuck with me. I put myself in detox and in treatment.
Every soul that walks through that door has helped develop my walk with God. And so of course, it encourages me to be a part of the Life Center because God has done so much for my life. God has given my family back to me. God gave my family back to me in 2019. I talked about my pain there. I talked about that hole in my stomach, my daughter. She got a little tiara on and we're celebrating her birthday. And life is like whatever a rebirth is, a second chance is, this has provided that for me.
Here, it was like, what do you need? What can we do to help you and for you to get better? And I never had that. That showed me that I was in the right place. Yeah, I see him off the... I love it.
I don't think I've ever been this happy, like this, just at peace, and I'm not willing to lose everything that I've worked so hard for that one moment, because it's not that feeling is not real.
When the first time I came in, it was God. God knew exactly what I needed. Like just the love that I felt from everybody here, you know, and like telling me that I can do it, and like God got me, and be patient, and get in discipleship class, and all that, and all the above, you know. That, I didn't have that in the streets. Like, you don't get that in the streets.
I don't think I've ever had that many people in my life that like actually are genuinely happy for me and want to see me do good and care about me. Yeah.
Each time I show up at the Life Center and I see the work that they put in, I see the hours that they put in, I see the passion and the love that they have for their calling on their life, it just propels me to want to follow them. I trust God. My faith is in God, but my service is also to Life Center and what it represents.
I feel like everything that I do with the Life Center, like, it's helped me so much. Discipleship, street team, all of that has really played a significant part in my recovery, like mentally, and just everything.
ICCM Life Center, that foundation, that ground of fertile soil has developed me and has propelled me to do things that I never thought I could do.
I felt like I had enough when my oldest daughter was murdered, and I wasn't allowed to go to her funeral. Till this day, I don't know what exactly happened to her, but someone that I know had a gun that was loaded, and I put it to my head, and I...
Locked and loaded.
Yeah. And I pulled the trigger, and nothing happened. And I completed anger management. I completed diversion. I've been completing everything that I've started, and I also volunteered to feed homeless people in the same stuff that I was in. And once in a while, I'll run into people that I knew from out there, and I let them know that there's hope and that everything is possible if they believe.
We're not fighting for prestige, we're fighting for lives, to save lives, to change lives. Why? Because we are collectively on the same page. We love the Lord with all of our heart and soul.